and welcome to the Coffee Shop Show brought to you by Explore Protech. It's great to have you with us live on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn and YouTube. It's great that you're tuning in. And as we played out that song, Rhona made a very good point to us. The slides need to change. Everything needs to change. Thank you, Rhona. The good news is we have a special brand new Explore Protech Tribe song on the way, all the way from Canada. It's amazing. We can't wait to roll it out. And guess what, boys and girls? Good news. Coming out now in December. So this December, when it is cold in the north and warm in the south, there's a new song coming out for the Coffee Shop Show brought to you by Explore Protech. If you just tuned in and you're watching us live and you're wondering what the heck is going on, I tell you what we're doing is we're getting together as a group of entrepreneurs. Our mission is to save the global economy one small step or one small business at a time. And that's what we're doing here. We have a topic every week. We discuss it with our guests and panelists and the people who are joining us. And we talk about it. We share our emotions, our feelings, what we've learned as entrepreneurs. We share a lot of content, and that's how you learn and grow as an entrepreneur so that you're not alone. So come join us on this amazing journey. We're going to be sharing amazing things with you, one of which is a prize that we're giving away at the moment. And to share with you what that prize is, something that is always absolutely king, it is cash flow. So currently at the moment, we have a prize coming up, which is worth a whopping $250. Trust me, if you're in South Africa or any country, I suppose, outside of America or north or south of it, $250 is a heck of a lot. With that comes a free t-shirt, which Peter and Ernestine are sharing, which you'll see on the screen a little bit later. It's a beautiful shirt that was made by Jeff, who's a tribe member. But anyway, you get the t-shirt, but not just that. We're talking about cash flow. And so it starts with Susan from Effective Virtual Assistant, and she'll talk you through cash flow management, check, and advice for 2 hours. Then Monia from Business Advisory Services, AIM, it's an acronym, is going to do a cash flow analysis of 1.5 hours with you. And then Linda, just ask Linda Deng, it's basic target setting for the next 3 months, and she'll spend an hour with you. So that's a prize up for grabs right now, which you can do. We are announcing the winner next week. And how you get into the running for that? Well, it's very simple. You're watching this right now. So if you comment something or anything on any of our live streams, you'll get some bonus points. You've got to join the Fempreneur Facebook group, which link is down below. And we'll talk about that a little bit shortly. But go and join that. There's opportunities to earn points there. And most importantly, the link is also down below to join the Fempreneur Movement. Peter and Christine are going to tell us shortly what that is all about. But for now, you want to get those points up because you need 35. We should have made it 36. In South Africa, we had a thing about ketchup that was made with 36 tomatoes. It was very funny, and they said 36. But anyway, 35 points to be in the draw. It's very simple. The link is down below. You join up for our referral program. This is what it looks like. Step 1, you put your details in. You click sign up now. Then you get a unique link, and you use that link to share it on the channels. And anybody who clicks on it, that gives you your points. It's that simple. You build up your points. 35 points, you're in the draw. You're giving away the prize. Cash flow for the win at the end of the year because nobody is working. So you want that cash flow booster, which is the pack that we are giving away next week. Go follow the links down below and join the movement, which is all about Fempreneur. So now you're confused. You're here for a show about entrepreneurs talking about business, how to build it, and learning from it. But we're talking about Fempreneur and prizes. Well, you're in the right place because the Fempreneur movement, and Peter and Asina give us more details soon, is all about Fempreneurs, female entrepreneurs around the world, and a few great men and a few great people getting together and building business. Because as I said, it's all about growing the global economy. Doesn't matter where you are in the world right now, it's not going so well. So we're all banding together, working together as a team to build entrepreneurship and business and save those businesses one small step at a time. So I'm going to add Peter and Ernestine to the conversation. We're getting into today's topic, and today's topic is behind the scenes with the Fempreneur team, all the things that have been planned and put together and that. So we're going to get into that very, very shortly. That is our topic. But I think, Peter and Ernestine, have I forgotten anything? And maybe like a minute and a half, you know, I'm a stickler for time. What is this Fempreneur movement all about?
Okay, thank you so much for asking, Chris.
What a surprise.
You set that up perfectly. Guys,
I know, right? That's why I get paid the big money.
Guys, I have to tell you, during one of the world's worst economic series, like crashes that we've ever seen, like post-pandemic, there was a couple of entrepreneurs that got together, about 5. And we pulled them in and we were like, guys, we have a fantastic harebrained idea and no idea how to accomplish this. But we feel like entrepreneurial skills are needed around the world now more than ever. That's something that's really going to help the economy recover. And so we want to bring it to entrepreneurs around the world. And we don't know how to do that. Do you guys want to like just do this with us just because? And those people, there was a copywriter, there was a web developer, a marketing strategist, a graphic designer, and a project manager.
A virtual assistant. Sorry, a global virtual assistant project manager.
That is the best project manager in the world. And they all said, yes, we want to do this harebrained thing that you have no idea how to do with you because we want to make the world a better place. And we are able to contribute our skills. So we're going to do that. So long story short, fast forward, lots of hurdles, lots of back and forth, lots of work and late nights and frustrations.
And writing and rewriting.
And dreaming and a lot of stuff. And we just signed our first business school. We're now officially partnering with a business school. They're investing
almost half a million rand?
Almost $500,000 in this project. No.
Hey, what? I was going to say just now, there was the start of a bad joke. A marketing strategist or this and this walked into a room, and then you hit me with an investment of $500,000. That is amazing.
They're like, this is what the world needs right now. We want to build this. This is going to be like the Harvard of entrepreneurial qualifications. This is going to be the accelerator that ends up helping so many entrepreneurs around the world. And they've said yes, they're partnering with us. And so that is what the Fempreneur movement is. And it literally starts as an inspiration already, right? Because it's not like we're so experienced, we got this covered, we're going to teach you everything we know, come do our course. It's more like we're still figuring it out, but look what we made happen together. There was nothing. There was a negative trend in the marketplace. That's where we started, let's be honest. And we got together and we created something that someone else has placed a value on of just under R1 million. So that's where it started. And that's why we want to spend this episode just asking the panel of entrepreneurs that are here with us, that are our best friends from all around the world, to help us unpack what happened and help us highlight these amazing people that have come together and that have just done this. So I think at this point in time, what I really want to do is give two of those team members a bit of a chance to just talk to us and tell us about why they chose to get involved in this journey. And then we can open it up to the panel and everyone can just get involved in the conversation and ask them like millions of questions, and let's just unpack this. Are we allowed to do that, Chris? Because I see like I'm giving you a heart attack again.
No, it's your show. Do whatever you like. Throw it my way. I got it.
I love you so much. Okay, so I think let's hand over to Rhona. Do you want to tell us?
Why did you get involved?
Why did you get involved? You had so many horses to bet on. Why did you choose this?
Well, for me, it was your enthusiasm and your vision. I just love the concept of helping the sort of global aspect of helping people around the world, and I can see that, you know, somebody setting up wherever and their business is growing, and then they can employ more local people. It's more money in the local economy, and my little brain just sees all the little connections like sort of spreading. It always reminds me of like the professor from the X-Men when he's in his little dome and he sees all the little people popping up. Hope you know what I'm talking about. So it's got to be a comic book fan somewhere. So yeah, it's just like I can see the impact this could have, and it's just getting it in front of the right people, because the big difference for what you're proposing is the practical aspects of like being on an entrepreneurial journey. You know, we talked a lot about, you can read so many books, you can do so many like free challenges on social media, whatever, all the things, download all the lead magnets, but nothing is going to be as good as having that live interaction with people who have been there, the coaches who have experienced the journey, who have the tips and challenges, and of course the support of the tribe. Everybody will be able to pitch in with their own, you know, areas of expertise for the people who take part in the movement. So it's super, super exciting. And yes, it has been a journey, but you know, as you said, we figured this out from like a starting point of we're not really sure. It's just a great concept, and now look at where we are, taking over the world with our Fempreneur program. So yeah, so well done to you, and obviously I'm sure you'll come and speak to Sommerville, but she was obviously very instrumental in our team as well, keeping us all on track and making sure that we achieved all the different bits. And it was just also so lovely to work in such a cohesive team, because you just all knew each other, and I knew I could just send a quick WhatsApp to Wilhelmine if I needed a little amendment to a graphic that I needed, and you know, we all just worked quite well together, which I think was really powerful. And certainly for a lot of entrepreneurs, but like I'm a solopreneur, so I have nobody to talk to, but I don't, you know, it's just really nice experience to work as part of a team, instead of just like working one-to-one with clients. So it's been a really good experience from that point of view. But yeah, excited to change the world.
I love that so much, Rhona. You are so beautiful. And that is Rhona from Transform Content Marketing, the official copywriter behind the Fempreneur Movement.
And trust me, she earned her dues. Really, that was incredible, because the amount of times that we had to go back to the drawing board. And I'm surprised, Rhona, that you still have hair. But the outcome was incredible.
Guys, I want you to realize what this means. This literally is us standing up in front of you saying, we started this thing. We are normal humans. You know us, right? We're very normal. We had nothing. We started this. We worked together as a team, like Rhona highlighted, a team that really cares about each other, that like made it easy to work together. And we accomplished this. And it's been, how long has it been? Like 6 months?
6 months, yeah.
And we made that happen for ourselves, because we were like, we are entrepreneurs and we are doing this. So thank you so much for highlighting that, Rhona. And you're lovely. You're amazing. Chris, do you want to quickly chime in before we put Sommerville on the show? I think that means Sommerville coming. So let's go now to one of our other team members from behind the scenes.
This is a very rare occasion, because normally stuff just happens and you don't know who did it. But everything is working and functioning, and you just can't see who did what. And that's Sommerville behind the scenes, who's normally hiding behind an event, and then you wonder why it ran so smooth.
The virtual assistant that believed in us before anyone else did. One of our first members, our first virtual assistant, and one of the first people ever to say, like, you know what, like, this is gonna happen, guys. Like, let's just freaking do it. Sommerville, we're so keen to hear from you. Tell us why you got involved in the Fempreneur and what the journey has kind of looked like for you.
Well, why did I join? Oh, because I just love you guys so much. You guys are freaking awesome. Well, why I joined the Fempreneur course is because, you know what it stands for is absolutely amazing. If I could have done the Fempreneur course when I first started my business, you never know where I could have been now. So if I can give that head start to somebody else and be involved in that process to give them something to give them that head start and, get their business on their feet and review 36 times, like how amazing can your business be after that? So after hearing what this course is all about and how it can change your business, oh yes, why not? Why am I not involved? Yes, I'm involved. How the journey has been for me is absolutely amazing. The team members that are involved in this program is absolutely such awesome human beings. From Marlon, who's the marketing strategist, to Rhona, who's our copywriter, to Wilhelmine, who helps us with the awesome graphics. I tell you.
Oh, yes.
She is absolutely a star. I love Wilhelmine. And the things that she comes up with, just how her brain works with graphics is amazing. To Renee, who's our web developer, and how he puts the whole website and everything together is amazing. And of course, Nestine and Peter, who helped build the course. So yeah, the journey is amazing to work with amazing people who all have the same mindset and are working towards one goal. How often do you get people who are like-minded and are aiming towards the same goal to make it successful without thinking of themselves? Very rare.
Wow. Sure.
That is incredible, guys. And that is our Sommerville global virtual assistant. And let me tell you, if you ever have a project that needs to be managed, one of the best project managers in the entire world.
Before we head back over to Chris, I just want everybody to understand the gravity of how this was created. I did not approach separate people that have separate skills and offer them an amount of money so that I could pay them to do something for me.
No, we were like straight up, like, guys, we got nothing.
We got no money.
We got an idea.
And we cannot pay you. We have to get together and build something together that we can monetize, turn into a success, and then we can all benefit from the fact that it is now monetized. So as far as paying these individuals, they have not received a cent. But they will, based on the work that they've actually put in, because we are turning this into a success and we are doing this together.
And we're doing it live on YouTube. And Rhona just caught you. She was like, Peter just got totally emotional over there.
Did I?
Okay, so I think this is the point in time when we want to open this up to the entire panel. So,
and we'll start with Chris because he's put his hand up.
Guys, if you want to get involved in this conversation, all you got to do is put up your hand, show your personality to the rest of the people watching on YouTube and everywhere, and help us unpack the story. Let's point out, like, what are the key pieces that went very right in the story? What are the inspirational pieces that people should take note of? And if you want to do that by asking these beautiful humans questions, if you want to do that by just highlighting something, giving us your thoughts, like, please get involved. This is about all of us. And remember, everybody watching right now, all of these gorgeous humans, we have their LinkedIn links. We're going to put it in the description for you right after we wrap up. So you can literally just go to the description in the YouTube show and connect with them. All you have to say is, hey, I saw you on the show. Can we grab a coffee? And they'll probably be like, yeah, okay. And these are some of the best, like Sommerville said, like Rhona also said. The secret here was fun, authentic, caring, teachable, supportive humans.
Which everybody on this screen is.
So this is the type of people we have in front of you right now. So this is your golden moment, your opportunity to connect. So Peter's hitting me under the table, which means, I think it means I go to Chris. So
like it's an under the table deal.
Go, Chris.
Many things I have to say. I mean, okay. First one. Sommerville is so awesome, this I can see you. Sommerville is one of those people that's just like quietly in the background and she gets things done, and you always forget Sommerville is there. Like, yay, Sommerville, smile. We love you. It's great to see. And you know what? I want to get back to the topic, but something I want to say is this is how we operate as a team and a group of people. So normally when I produce a show, I furiously made notes of who attended so I can put their LinkedIn links down below in the description. Do you know what I realized as you said that? I was like, Susanne's here. I know she's going to get it done for me. So I'm going to focus more on the other parts of the show and help make it better, because I know Susanne's going to do it for me. And that's what this is all about. So how do we circle back to the actual topic of today, which is behind the scenes of Fempreneur? So we've had one round of the Fempreneur course. Okay, so yes, at the core, there's a course. There's a lot more to it. We're going to unpack that shortly. But there was a course. Now we're doing the course again. The first thing is well, I'm frustrated with you, Peter, and this team, because you've been talking about the Fempreneur course for over 6 months, and we haven't done it, and we haven't gone to market, and why haven't we done that? Well, I can tell you why. Because we did the first one, and the first one was really good. The second one has to be better. There has to be more behind it. There were elements that were missing. It wasn't a movement. It wasn't a community. It wasn't about what's actually the core value behind it. So yes, we're going to take a little while to get there, and the investment that's required, which, by the way, guys, congratulations, you announced tonight. So that means that you can take the learnings from the first round, build on it, make it a heck of a lot better, and then roll it out, which I think personally is very exciting, because 6 months ago, you guys could have gone, okay, we did this 2 years ago, or a year, it was 2 years ago, if I'm correct. Copy, paste, boom, pay your money, there you go. Does that work? I don't think so. So that's one of the first things.
How we roll.
Exactly. So that's one of the first things that's behind the scenes, is we giving today behind the scenes around the Fempreneur Movement, taking what happened, what worked really well, adding to it, making it even better, keeping people on the edge of their seats, but at least rolling out something that's even bigger and better than it was before. And it is a Fempreneur course, and I must stress, it's for female entrepreneurs and a few cool guys at the same time. So you've taken the thing that worked really well, you guys have made it even bigger and better with more amazing people, and rounded it off, plus at the same time working out the investment that was required. And I can tell you, I'm not directly involved in the background. I'm just the guy who pushes the button on a Monday and makes things happen. But I've seen some of the behind the scenes. Again, it's not been easy. There's been ups, there's been downs, there's been lessons learned, a whole lot of things going on. There's a whole machine of people working together to make this happen. And why are you doing it? From my perspective, you're doing it so it's even bigger and better and impacts a lot more people. And what we learned over previous shows, go check out our YouTube channel, like and subscribe. That's my YouTube job. But go check it out. There's different facets to it. It's not just the course. There's a community, there's a movement, there's a Facebook page. There's a whole lot of areas that you can get involved with as well and join a community, that you're not alone. You're not sitting by yourself trying to work things out. I'm not going to mention names, but there's a certain tribe member who I've worked with for, sure, it's been about 6 months now, who often would struggle and say, I can't ask for help. And I said, just ask for help. No, but and we eventually got to the point where that person is asking for help, and the help that the tribe and everybody's giving is making a huge difference to her business and her person. This is what it's all about. There's a whole movement, there's a whole community. Go find your space, go find where you fit in. You don't have to just do the course. Join the Facebook group, whatever the case is, find where you fit in. Ultimately, at the end of the day, behind the scenes, we just want to make the world a better place, one small business at a time. And that's my rant for today. I'm Chris Kolbe from Live to Dream. I help grow your business and increase your net profits, and I'm going to keep quiet and let all the awesome people here chat for the next while.
Thank you so much, Chris. And I think that definitely highlights a lot of what happened behind the scenes.
Yeah, I think what I would love to talk about, and I think this is where we give everybody an opportunity to jump in and speak from their experiences, because not everybody on the screen has been part of the back end of creating the Fempreneur. But at the same time, we're all entrepreneurs and we have all had experiences in our own spaces. So even from the perspective of how do we work together? How do we create a space where we actually work together? How we build relationships? And I think this is where I'd love you guys to get involved and just put up your hands and go, well, this has been my experience, or this is the way I build relationships, or this is how we do things. So guys, have at it. I want to see hands flying at me like left, right, and center.
Yeah, let's get some people involved in the conversation. So maybe while people are still wrapping their heads around this and what they want to say, let's talk about some of the key moments. Like, Rhona, what do you think what were the turning points in this project where we like all of the entrepreneurs around the world, right? They can probably relate to, in your business, there are moments where it's like a make or break decision and you don't know what the right decision is to make always, but there were decisions that we made together as a group that made this go in the right direction. Like, from your perspective, do you want to tell us maybe a bit about what those decisions were?
Yeah, I think, well, as I said earlier, it's just really good to have that group collective decision making. What was really good. I think the decision sort of building the group, the Facebook group, first as a way to sort of get a wider audience. Everybody knows in whatever business they're in that you need to know your target market, you need to know who you're trying to attract, and you need to have visibility to get in front of the right people. There's no point in us like creating all this wonderful training material and practical course to get people really accelerating their success if they don't know about it. So that was a big sort of turning point, but then it also meant that we had to create more things to keep that environment busy and interactive and attractive to the members. But it's obviously it's doing well, and you guys are obviously a big part of that. But it's great that we now have a bigger team, sort of wider team working on the Facebook community. And all the wonderful people that use By Most Trusted to send out their invites and try and find more people, get more visibility all the time. I think that's really helpful.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank you, Rhona. That's beautiful. I love that. Let's hear from Sipho. So we have one of the panelists getting involved in the conversation. Sipho, what do you have to say about this topic? Maybe just unmute yourself.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
With
us, Bhadisa, we were referred to you guys by Nikki and have had a conversation with Peter. I think he made me regain confidence. We just an emerging company in the distribution of medical devices. We are less than 12 months in the industry, but we have tried to do connections globally, in particular most parts of Asia with manufacturers. We are currently still struggling to reach out to clients, whereby what we get from the manufacturers, we can be able to make it reach out to the relevant people where it's supposed to go, to the society. So after having had a conversation with Peter during the day today, I was so inspired and I just felt revived in my business spirit that while I was thinking that is going to happen later in next year, but I can see it's going to happen anytime soon. So I really appreciate you guys. Let's work together. Let's make it happen. So with regards to our background, we've been struggling in this industry, but performing illegally. So I can say it was illegally. We tried number of projects which failed just because we did not have proper advices. So by that, I think we have met good people. We have connected with good people. I must say thank you to Nikki once more to make us connect you with you guys. You are a good team. I think now we will be able to be having a direction, maybe to stick on what we want to do, because we end up having so many projects on hand, but we are unable to execute. But if you have mentors or people who are able to take this car forward like you are doing, guys, you deserve a round of applause on that. Let's push it.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Sipho. I love that. And I love what you said about just the inspiration around it. I think one of the key things that also resulted in the Fempreneur project being an actual success, and people underestimate this a lot, hey? They think like, yeah, inspiration is not that important. I can make myself. I will make myself do this and I will make myself do that, and I don't need to be inspired. But the way that these team members supported each other along the journey,
That was inspiring.
was incredible. Like, not even just on the project, but in their actual businesses as well. Like, they became friends. They were like, you are for the Fempreneur, I am for the Fempreneur, we are for each other, we are going forward together. I think that is the difference. I know that is the difference. But I'm very keen to hear also from our coach with heart, Rita. Let's hear what you have to say. What do you have to add to the conversation?
Ernestine, yeah, thank you for the opportunity. And what I've heard from this conversation here is that the group that was put together was a group of people that was secure in themselves, but at the same time, there was quite a bit of vulnerability as well, because, you know, everything that the unknown is involved in creates a whole lot of fear. But they grounded themselves in their own being of who they am and who they are. They knew that, and they also knew who and what their business is, and with that, especially what their values are around their businesses. And because of that, you know, you have the ability to pull it together, as long as there's no ego involved. And that, well, what I could conclude from there was no ego, although, you know, as I said, there were vulnerabilities, but because it's also a safe space, it was okay to be vulnerable and insecure and afraid in that space. But with that group, they pulled it through. I'm Rita Schoeman. I'm from Coaching with Heart. Nimble, unassuming, independent.
Ooh.
Rita, that was such an amazing comment. Like, speak more. I love the way that you highlighted that.
I think the thing that actually hit it for me with what Rita was saying was the fact that their values were aligned. Because that is probably one of the most important things in regards to how a group of people work together. If their values are even slightly misaligned, but they still have one common goal, it's very difficult to get there. Mm. And I think Rita hit that for a home run, because we are so intentional in making sure we have the right people in one space and being 100% sure of what their values are. To create with those people becomes easy, because all you have to do is create the goal. Their values are already aligned, and I think that's the beauty of it. It creates a space where people can go, hey, you know what, I can actually help you with that. Or hey, That's what I do. So I'll do this part. It becomes a thing of beauty instead of it being a task. So.
And definitely what you said about embracing the vulnerability, but letting go of the ego. I think that is something that is so hard to do, but that these people have done brilliantly, and it has served them. Because, like, let's not beat around the bush. We've had trial runs with teams
Yes.
where we've had egos involved, and we've had people that have been unable to just be human with each other. And Rita, you're like absolutely right. That impacted the performance and what we could achieve with that team to the point where the team got disbanded. But with this team, that didn't happen. And I think it's because all of them are so just like themselves.
And because we learned.
And guys, if you need help with grounding, please hook up with Rita. Or if you still need help with discovering that vulnerable side of yourself. And who knows, maybe you can get involved in a team that earns just under $1 million.
Rands. If it was dollars, I'd be smiling bigger.
The next one is dollars. Guys, we're coming for the dollars. Elmarie, I'm super, super keen to hear from you because you actually remind me like so much of Rhona. Like, Rhona is our copywriter, and she's is she from Scotland or Ireland?
Oh, Christine. She's Scottish. She wears a kilt.
Scottish. I'm sorry, Rhona. But Elmarie, you're like the South African Rhona for me. Like, you remind me a lot of. I'm very, very keen to hear from you.
Well, thank you. It's always difficult. I always enjoy following up on what Rita says because she comes through so strong, and oftentimes I resonate so much of what she's saying, and then Peter jumps in there and just highlights all these beautiful spots in that, and then I have to come in and say, what did I want to say again? So I think this brings me back to the bigger picture of Explore Protech, where this is coming from. You are growing Fempreneur from Explore Protech, and this is like a safe family. You use the word friends, and I appreciate that, but it's like a safe family where you know these people here are vetted by people that have the values that resonates with your values. Not all of it, perhaps, but most of it. And then people are here to be human, like you said, be human and be there to help each other grow. And that is a next step, is creating the course, and then be able to learn from your mistakes or what went wrong, not necessarily mistakes, but what went wrong, and be able to learn from there and not step back and say, well, this went wrong, we're going to give up on this. No, let's learn from it and grow from that. I love that. You are really inspiring. Thank you.
Awesome. Elmarie, the one thing I've noticed with Rita is that you've got to pay attention. She's one of the sharper tools in the shed, and if you're not paying attention, you're going to miss a nugget, and she will do it so unassuming, but she'll get you in the end, I promise you.
And just quick, Elmarie, your business name, you're so without ego, you forget to just tell us who you are.
Yeah, I'm still high on this. Where did Rita go? Where did Peter go? Let's go down, come down. Okay, so I'm Elmarie from ES Copywriting, where you will find copywriting from the heart.
Oh, that is stunning. Thank you so much, Elmarie. And I always love having you on the show because you're just such an awesome friend to have next to us in the seat. And I really hope that this show is going to inspire a whole lot of entrepreneurs and a whole lot of tribe members, hopefully, to also build those teams. And anyone can do it. Like, literally, guys, like, any one of you, if you have a concept, if you have an idea, if you just, like, want to tell me and Peter, like, yeah, we're ready to try this team thing. Like, as solopreneurs, we're ready to kind of do what the Fempreneurs have done. Like, we will be there for you all the way, every step of the way. And thank you for helping us tell that story, Elmarie. You're such a special human. So awesome. Susan, another special human. Let's move to you. What do you have to add to this conversation?
Oh, thanks, Nestine. You're also a special human.
Thank
You,
you.
I'm
you and Peter are very close to my heart. You too. Yeah, you know what? Exactly what everyone has said, actually, right from Chris to Elmarie. I've joined Explore Protech in February this year, and I can tell you what I was when I joined and what I am now is two completely different people, for the simple reason that most of the guys in the background are the kind of people that don't mind standing back and saying, listen, we believe in you, try it. And I joked before we started, I joked about Christine and Peter just pushing you into the deep side and you just have to swim. True, but they would not do it if they didn't think that you can do it. And that's what I love about the whole Fempreneur project and movement, is there's a lot of people behind the scenes that take up this, well, that took up this whole project, and with the attitude of, you know what, I believe in you. And it comes from right from the top to the bottom. And what boils down to whoever joins the movement, it just flows over from everyone. And that's what I love about the whole process, is you can join in the course, you can join in the movement, and you get support from everyone. Every single person. You can put up your hand and say, listen, I'm drowning, please help. And they will say, no, man, you've got this. I believe in you. And you know what? That short sentence is something that gives one entrepreneur so much boost and so much self-confidence. They jump in and they take the whole process seriously, and they believe in themselves. And then what happens? You totally climb out of your shell, and you become someone that's not shy to speak to everybody on Zoom, who enjoys meeting new people, make new friendships. I mean, a lot of my new friends in my family, like, I can't remember who said family. I think it was Elmarie. I can't remember who said family. But that's exactly what happens. I explained to someone the other day what Explore Protect does, and I said, you know what, it's family. I've got plenty of family, and most of them are in Cape Town. That's scary because I live in, like, right at the end of the other side of South Africa, you know. But I mean, it's people that I've never met, and that's what's awesome about this whole movement. It's believing in the small businesses out there to grow and build the global economy, one small business at a time. And I'm not.
Bam! Susan, mic drop. You can't be out before you tell us what your business name is.
Because we need to know.
You muted.
I'm thinking now, which one should I give? I'm originally Effective Virtual Assistants, but I've recently rebranded, and you will learn to know me as the Nutcracker OBM, which is an online business manager and bookkeeper that you can trust and rely on, because accounting is a tough nut to crack.
And the crowd goes wild. Well done, Susan. We love you so much. And thank you for highlighting that. It's literally the message we want to put out there is something that the whole world needs right now, which is no matter where you are or what's happening in your life right now, or what's happening in your business, or what you think the constraints are, everything is possible. Everything is possible. You can make something out of literally nothing. All you need to do is take the hands of the right people and do what Rita said and be vulnerable with them and let them be your family and help move you forward. And if you guys share the same values and the same goal, there is no stopping you. Nothing can stop you. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here and for making this show absolutely magical.
This is our topic, behind the scenes, behind the Fempreneur project. How proud am I right now of Susan? Like a few months ago, she would not have gone on camera, would not gone on live on YouTube. And here she was doing it and doing it live. There's a whole group of people who've been saying, Susan, rebrand, do yourself. And she did it. And it's going to make the world of difference. And it's already making the world of difference. And I think that's a really good way to say that's behind the scenes of the Fempreneur movement. Whether you're doing it through the course or the Facebook group or through Explore Protech, that's the heart behind it. It's entrepreneurs who are working together to make things even better. Rita, amazing. Always love to see you and your growth as well. Rhona, sometimes with your Scottish accent, I have to concentrate very hard, but I do, because it's great to be there and listen and hear what you have to see and see your growth as a businesswoman as well. Elmarie, the same. We've only just started the journey. It's very young, but it's growing. It's amazing, the things that you're starting to achieve. Everybody's watching as a group, and as you say, a family. Sometimes prefer my Fempreneur and Explore Protech family far more than I enjoy my own family, but we won't say that live on the internet where they might see it. But this is what it's all about. This is behind the scenes. This is the core. I don't care if 2 people watch this. What I care about is Susan standing up and being herself and being there. I care about Rhona doing her business, standing up and being a strong businesswoman. I care about Elmarie saying, this is who I am. This is what I'm about. I care about Rita going out with that heart, that coaching with heart, and saying, I genuinely believe in your heart and what you're capable of, and I'd like to help you with that. And I think that's a great way to say, to share the topic of what is behind the Fempreneur background. And then you guys can carry on. I'll do the wrap short.
Thank you, Chris. I think that's pretty much the wrap. Except you forgot Sommerville, so now you have to say something about Sommerville. How could you forget Sommerville?
Well, I always forget the Sommerville. But that's the thing. That's how amazing Sommerville is. She's so quiet, and in the background, it just makes stuff happen. You know what? Sometimes people go like in business, I don't want a virtual assistant because I'm going to have to baby them. And it's going to take more work to show them what to do. I tell you what, if you've got a person that you constantly forget is there and constantly doing the work, that's a place to go, because that.
Some of our babies us. She's like, have you guys done this already?
Actually, a little secret. You would think that if you had a VA that you would have to feed them work to do. It's like looking after somebody. If they don't have work, they're not busy. But when you have the right VA, they're telling you what to do.
Have you guys ever been late on a deadline or forgotten about something? Then you get the wrath of the quiet Sommerville in the corner that goes, by the way, Chris, have you done, unmute yourself, please, Sommerville. Have you done this? Have you done that? Why is this not done? And that's the beauty of it. The Sommerville that's there. If you ever need a VA that quietly just gets things done, there it is. You completely forget she's there. Don't forget to pay her invoices, and I'm sure she'll remind you. But in general, you don't have to baby her.
Yeah.
Good recovery, actually, Chris.
I'll kick that up a notch. I loaned a team of Sommerville and Janine to another space, and they created some business of their own in that space. And the feedback from the owner of that space was, wow, I tackled something that I didn't know how to do. And not only were they doing what needed to be done, but they explained to me what needed to be done. So it's not a question of having a VA that you've got to know exactly what's cooking, but you need to feed work to your VA. No. The right VA knows exactly what needs to be done. And because they work in the background, they will pick up on all the things that you just never think about. So
I think the takeaway from this behind the scenes episode is literally what do you need for entrepreneurial success? You need great people. What do we mean by great people? People that are fun, authentic, caring, teachable, and supportive. That's it. That's what you need. And you can also create something, a whole lot of something out of absolutely nothing. That's a wrap, Chris.
You provided me with the perfect segue to actually what I planned as our wrap for tonight. If you read any of the major self-help books and the learn things, it's not about who you are, it's who you surround yourself with. Here is a space and a group of people that you can automatically surround yourself with that are the right people on the right track. It's your Sommervilles in the background working that you forget about. It's your Rhona that you have to concentrate to listen, but boy, when she gets into it, it makes amazing stuff. It's Rita with her heart. It's Elmarie who does amazing copy and just gets you. And it's a Susan who just gets the numbers right and works it out. I had this week, I went to her and I said, Susan, help me with this. And she did it. She just did it. And that's what it's about, surrounding yourself with the most amazing, great people. It's behind the Fempreneur Movement. It's behind Explore Protech. I know the lines get blurred, but we're actually there. And before I go, I can see Listine wants to add a note, but I just want to do a quick couple of reminders. Okay, I can do them. I got the nod. So remember, Cashflow package worth $250. It starts with Susan, who spoke tonight. She was here. She will give you cash flow management check and advice for 2 hours. Monia, who was not here tonight, but I can vouch for her. She does amazing work for the tribe and for the few people that's reached out to her. It's a cash flow analysis, 1.5 hours, and then just ask Linda. Linda Dent, you get to pee with glee. You can ask her that question when you get to her, but it's all about basic target setting for the next 3 months, and she'll spend an hour with you for that. That's a prize up for grabs. Comment on this video wherever you're consuming it. Get your points up. Join the referral program. Links are down below. Join the Facebook group for the Fempreneur Movement and get those points up. You need 35 points to be in the draw. I'm going to go do it right now because I something cash flow. Cash flow. It's December and the world's going to stop doing business very soon. And well, I've got to get through December and January and all of those places. So I need the help. So I'm going to share and get into the competition because I want a cash flow package. Peter and Steve, any last words?
Yeah, I just want to drop a thanks to Craig in the background just for the support in the chat. Some of the comments being made have been absolutely epic. I couldn't agree more with the fact that if you are fresh on a journey, that you've got to figure out where to start, and the best thing to do is actually to find the people that have already walked that journey. So, and I think that's absolutely epic, and that's what this is all about. At the end of the day, you know, it's at the end of the day. Yes, do we run a business? Yes. Do we want to make it about ourselves? Well, a lot of people do, and it doesn't really work. But when you make your space about others, then things naturally go full circle and come right back. So our success is based on everybody else's success. So we're going to make you succeed, whether you like it or not. We are succeeding in this space.
Just come back every single week, guys, and we'll connect more. Remember to connect with these awesome people. All their LinkedIn links are in the description below. We did the hard work. We did the leg work. All you got to do is click on the link, say, I saw you on the show, and can we grab a coffee? And they'll be more than happy to chat to you. Panel members, has been absolutely amazing. And I hope your takeaway from this is we can have whatever we want. We can do whatever we like. If we can just figure out how to band together and work together. So that's it, and we'll see you next time. May all your wildest entrepreneurs